Hello and welcome to another episode of Trees, Trash and Tinkering. This is just to start with a repair on the Tinny. There's always a repair when you come back in from an adventure. Had to bolt the part of the seat back on, and if you remember, these bolts holding the handle on would come loose and luckily not fall off the boat, but they're double. They've got two on now. And this is the new electrical system for heating the oil. I will put up some diagrams showing all the systems, and this is a very exciting moment. This is the first time I've put vegetable oil in an engine. I've been dreaming about this since I was 20 or so, and got some nice fresh canola oil, Australian grown, and it's $3.60 per litre, and it's going in the oil tank, which is the black tank, and the red tank is the diesel tank. I'd had it running just on diesel, just to enjoy the tinny and the setup for a little bit to start with before it potentially gets clogged up with oil. Hopefully not, since it's a very simple diesel engine. And I'm just testing to make sure it runs. At first I was gonna run it in this car park, but it was too much disruption, so we went straight to the lake. I'll show you the diagrams now. Alright, so this is the diagram of the setup that I've got. It's a simple two tank setup. The green line indicates turning on the diesel valve to start with, and then that allows flow from the diesel tank to the engine, just to warm it up and to get the alternator charging the battery. And so the battery and the alternator and your 1.8 and the 160 watt solar should hopefully be enough to heat up the oil pretty good. And it's a Tridon glow plug, that's the whole name. And then once the engine and the oil tank are both warm enough, then we can flip the oil tank switch, and then it'll be fed from both tanks. And then if that seems all good, then I can, and yeah, there's no spluttering in the engine, or it's all fine, then can flick the diesel switch off and running purely on veggie oil, finally! And we didn't do that whole process in the car park, but we did it in the lake, when we were on the lake. We're just testing the electrical side of a system here. I was filming in there because previously you could see the glow plug glowing red hot, but when it's surrounded in oil, it disperses it so much you can't tell, but you can feel the heat at the back of a tank, and you can feel it on the side of a tank, which is a good sign that it's working. And then here was even more good testing that it was working. That was with the glow plug turned off. The battery voltage was 12.64 to 12.65, and then here's the switch turning on. And I'll show you the electrical diagram in a minute, but the voltage drops down to 12.32, showing that we are heating the oil. Alright, so this is the electrical system, and it's a pretty simple circuit, but it's got some added complexity and feels a bit counterintuitive, because the thermal switch that was easily accessible and the right price was from Jaycar. I'll put the part number in the description, but it's an always open switch. So when the oil is cold and I want the glow plug to be on, the switch is open, and then when the oil is too hot and I want the glow plug to automatically turn off, then that closes the switch. So if the thermal switch closes, or if the master switch closes, that provides power to the relay, and then that cuts the power to the glow plug. The two circuits, the one on the switching circuit is low amperage, just simple wire, and then the green circuit is high amperage through the relay. And then there's also just a power indicator switch. The only other note is that the on-off switch markings have to be inverted to match the always open thermal switch. Has tuned one of these engines on vegetable oil and tuned it for power as well, you could see that there was a bit of black smoke, which indicates too much fuel, and it was a little bit, the throttle was a little bit lower before it went fuel rich with the vegetable oil. So if anyone has any advice on that, feel free to, well, please let me know. up on the screen is the map of where we went on different fuels. And if anyone has any questions about this project, let me know. I'll definitely be putting up more information about it, and I've definitely got some awesome future plans for it. Alright, thank you so much for watching.